John Gill, 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 9. Reading from the King James Bible, quote, "But as touching brotherly love, ye need not that I write unto you, for ye yourselves are taught of God to love one another," unquote. John Gill, quote, "But as touching brotherly love, another branch of sanctification which is distinct from love to God and Christ, though it always accompanies it, and from love to all mankind, and is what is peculiar to your brethren in a spiritual relation, and ought to be universal, fervent, and sincere. But as Christ has loved them, concerning which the following things are said, ye need not that I write unto you." The Vulgate Latin version reads, "We have no need to write unto you," and so some copies. It seems that it was needful to write unto them about other things, as to refresh their memory with the instructions they had given them when with them, how they should walk and please God, and to put them in mind of the commandments given them by Christ, and that their sanctification was the will of God, and particularly it was necessary to write unto them about chastity and purity of life, whether in or out of a conjugal state. But as for brotherly love, there is no immediate absolute need to write about that, either about the nature of it, or to describe the objects of it, or point out the instances of it, or to exhort to it in a pressing manner. The reason is, ye yourselves are taught of God to love one another, not merely by the light of nature, which teaches men to be kind, courteous, and beneficent, nor by the law of Moses, which obliges men to love their neighbors as themselves, nor only doctrinal, by the ministry of the gospel, which frequently inculcates the exercise of this grace as a matter of great importance and consequence, nor only by the new commandment and example of Christ, but by the Spirit of God internally in regeneration, who, according to the tenor of the new covenant, writes this law of love and of Christ upon the heart, and this being written upon the hearts of the Thessalonians by the finger of the Spirit of God, whereby they were dearly directed and powerfully taught to exercise this grace and discharge this duty, and under the influence of the same Spirit did exercise it. It was unnecessary for the apostle to write about it and press them to it." Unquote. Reading from the scripture, quote, "But as touching brotherly love, ye need not that I write unto you, for ye yourselves are taught of God to love one another." Unquote. And of John Gill, 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 9.